because everything's mirrored right now.
I was like, how are you here?
What the magic?
Are we in a simulation?
Hey, I mean, the Matrix is real, man.
It's just a simulation, right?
So, hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Welcome to Take Your Best Shot podcast. We are actually at Alex's offices in one part of the building. Yeah, I guess the kitchen area, which actually is super nice because if you look behind us, we have a nice Japanese maple that's dead. We just wanted to give you guys the view, you know.
Just because it's cold outside.
I mean, yeah, it is wintertime after all. But yes, as you guys can see, we have a special guest with us today. This is Mr. Travis Christian.
Shalom.
Right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Because I always get it reversed, or I called you Thomas like several times, and I'm like, Travis, I mean Travis.
Thomas
so
Christian.
Today, yeah, like honestly, Alex was like, you mean Travis, right? I'm like, fuck, you're right. I'm sorry. But
It's
yes,
all good.
today I actually got it right. I actually finally understand it. Yes, we welcome Travis today to the podcast.
I don't like this because I feel like I'm doing this constantly.
Yeah, I know.
Mr.
That's
President.
Yeah, that's why I chose this.
There we go.
Well, you are the bridge between us because I don't really know Travis as much as
correct.
I know him. Like because of how much you talk about him, I don't know the man. So this is awesome to have him on here to actually
Happy
talk
to be
about
here,
it.
guys. For
So
sure.
thank you.
y'all for having me.
You are our first official guest for this season
two guys.
because this is the second episode. The first episode we posted, but we didn't promote it, so it's whatever. But this one we'll probably promote it.
Word.
Like honestly, I already thought of a title. It's terrible. John Davis would be mad when
That's
he hears
it.
it. But why did the Cosmonaut weep to get to the other planet?
That's awful.
Oh, I know. That's why John Davis
That's
would
so
hate it.
corny good though.
I
Like,
mean, I guess.
I guess I don't know. It was pretty bad, but I thought, hey,
Usually-
that's the episode name right there. As I almost fall out of the chair.
Pending.
we're rolling
Pending.
Episode name pending.
Unless we find something else that's just equally dumb that we normally say.
It has to be over that. It has
Yes.
to. Yes.
Okay, so welcome Travis to Take Your Best Shot. We're excited to have you here because we were talking about actually having guests on this show, but we never actually did it. We always had the two Johns on here, Davis and Fletcher, all the time. But we ultimately what we really wanted was to have multiple guests to come on and talk about their crafts and what inspired them, what makes them passionate, maybe their top 5 albums and shit like that, just to
That'd be
get to
dope.
know them about it.
Okay.
And I know this isn't your first rodeo. You've done several podcasts before this.
Correct, yes, sir.
Which, if you want to give them a shout out so people can listen if they want to learn more about you.
Man, yeah. So Travis Christian here, but artist-wise, musically, I go by Weeping Cosmonaut. You can find me on all platforms, social and musically. I have done a couple of podcasts. I've been doing this music thing for over a decade now, and fairly new to Knoxville. I moved here during the pandemic and met these fine gentlemen, made friends, and worked with Alex
So, yeah.
here, and now I'm here with you guys. I've made it to the big time.
This is my
You made it
first
to the
time.
big time.
First time meeting you, and it's an honor, man. So
It really is.
especially,
Man. Thank you.
especially after hearing all the things, your music, all the work that Alex has done with you, because I've seen all the videos that he's put out, and I always appreciate his work. Like I gas him up even though he says it sucks. I'm just
terrible.
like, see what I mean? Like it's bullshit that he does this, but
Right.
like the whole time, it's like you look at, and then I look at my work and I look at his work. I'm like, shit, his stuff is so much better than mine. I don't know why he's saying. So if his shit sucks, then mine is just trash.
Man, Alex Bullock, film pilot,
Yeah,
everybody.
please,
Come
film
on.
pilot.
Please stop this.
Hold on, let me just
It's all ass.
people can't see this, but I'll make sure like I put a censorship right there. I probably forget because I'm gonna get lazy.
Alright, dude. What have you been
100%.
into?
Man,
Tell the world what you've been doing the past 2 weeks.
Oh shoot, no, 3 weeks technically because we filmed at the
Yeah,
beginning of November.
yeah.
Dude, I really honestly haven't really been doing anything. I've been trying to push my business a little bit more, and I thought of different business ideas to start making passive residual income that I could start doing and just start going to smaller businesses because my girlfriend has recently gifted me an iPad, so I'm gonna take that with me everywhere I go, so I can be like, hey, scan this QR code if you want my
Sweet.
information,
Yeah.
and then show off my portfolio videos and just do it per business, kind of have template videos ready, portfolios, so that I can show them, so they can, if it's
Geared
more
toward
like
them.
Yeah, if it's more like a female style clientele, I'll have it more feminine, more beautiful shots and stuff like that. If it's more of like a sports thing, I'll make sure I put more of those aggressive shots that people are like,
Yeah, so you hit the demographic.
Exactly. So they could be like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. He can understand that vibe, and ultimately, that's the biggest thing. And something else that I'm pretty excited but nervous, but I know won't come to fruition
You don't
is
know.
I don't know, but I had a friend reach out to me on LinkedIn. His name is Alex as well, which is ironic. But he works for a movie studio, and he said that from internally, he saw that they were hiring for a marketing video producer. And everything that I read, there are a lot of things that I can do. But the only thing that kind of scares me is that they want 5 to 8 years of experience with the production crew.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I do not think I would get it, just as because of experience alone on that, you know, and especially since we've only been doing this for 2 years, and we've made great strides compared to some people who've been doing it for like 5 years, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, we can't really say anything because we don't have YouTube channels that have like 10,000s or hundreds of thousands or millions of followers. But at the same time, the quality of work that we put in, it's more like we do the work and let our work speak for us instead of making videos to make people be like, hey, notice me, fucking senpai. Like, you know, look at me. I can do the work.
And then you have to scroll and cancel out like all the BS and be like, that's the one. I mean, y'all do it right from the start, so.
Yeah, like, I mean, granted, my history in like video editing was making Call of Duty video montages and making anime music videos.
Really?
You know, yeah, and that's how it all began. And it's because it was to appease my ADHD, which you can probably tell if you watch my videos. It's like the constant like 2 to 3 second changes. That's because that's how my mind works, everybody. It's fucked up. Anyways, what about you, man? What do you got going on?
What have I done in the past 2 weeks? Worked and decided not to shave my beard off.
Wait, you're gonna shave your beard?
November.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing a no shave November, but now it's December.
I definitely shaved.
So
just because I can't grow a real beard like
I
you guys.
think I'm gonna keep it for a while.
Well, I've shaved since I've seen you last because I was supposed to be growing it out for the zombie flick.
I know. We need to get back on the zombie flick too.
And then I'm like,
Zombie flick.
Yeah,
the Scott Pilgrim thing we had.
Oh, the fight scene thing. Yeah, okay.
We stopped production and like story writing on that for a pause.
I mean, it's pretty much ready.
But yeah, we've got it lined out and ready. We just gotta
do it.
Do it.
Yeah, dude. Everybody's been busy, and everybody like stopped talking to me.
Don't let your dreams be dreams, man.
Besides that, let's see.
ramen
We're trying to
sounds
put the what?
I smell ramen.
Dude,
Sorry, it's the Asian in me once again, guys. Sorry. Anyways, continue.
We did the fire tower thing, so that was pretty sweet.
That was really dope. You want to tell them the crazy shit that happened while we were at the fire tower, mainly with the drones?
So we went to the fire tower to go and try to film a video for like drone versus drone on YouTube.
Yeah.
Jake got up there, and Jake was terrified of heights, and I didn't even know.
Yeah, I hate heights. I love roller coasters.
Dude, I have like the funniest clips of you on top of the tower.
I'm just like, oh shit, like pissing myself.
So,
bro, it was high, dude. Like, yeah, it was like at least 75 feet in the air.
I don't know.
If not high, it was at least 3 stories, if not higher, before the actual top.
Yeah.
The top layer was probably at least 4 to 5 stories up, and it's just like you feel the wind just blowing.
Dude, it was super high. So we got down and actually tried to fly the drones, which is the whole reason that we went there.
Yep.
And
I got some shots.
You got some shots, but then you hit something, right? You hit a limb.
I hit a branch of a tree.
Yeah.
So because I was trying to get like those cool shots of like the FPV drones going on like the pathway flying.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not that good of a pilot, so I hit it right.
Well, you're better than me because I brought my drone up there, didn't pack all my extra accessories with me, and one of my blades was chipped, so mine wouldn't even fly. I mean, it would fly, but it was like vibrating.
It wasn't stabilized.
It was literally vibrating in the air.
Like, you didn't know that too. Like, you know, you had a job the day before, and you were explaining to me, and like I guess something happened where like a branch fell and it hit the propeller.
Oh no, it'd been like a week before. We've literally flown that thing probably 4 or 5 times already.
See, you just forgot because you were just busy, man.
Well, it's just because the wind on the mountains was so much more.
Yeah, it was more, I guess, precarious. No,
that's not the right word.
No, it's not. It was definitely a lot more violent.
Yeah, aggressive wind versus like
calm,
just being around
mountain top winds versus in a valley.
So
The good gosh darn Appalachians.
Yeah.
yeah, because when we got off the fire tower and got back to the cars, I literally switched the blades out and it was fine.
Yeah.
But by that time, the sun had started kind of setting and it definitely wasn't as cool.
But
yeah,
still
what
got
do you
some
call
good
that
I mean,
hour?
I got some stuff. What?
What do you call that hour? And
golden hour.
Oh yeah, golden hour, and then yeah, we it was like blue hour by the time I got
Yeah.
my drone blades.
Like
on.
the sunrise was already setting. Like it was already past the
We'll have
mountain
to go
horizon.
back. We'll go
Yeah,
back.
they're in the spring,
Travis?
man.
Dude, yeah, I won't miss it this time. I was invited, but my slow ass didn't.
So
it didn't happen.
you know, tell the world what you got going on.
Yeah, man. Tell us like your projects, what your ambitions are, what you're gonna be doing, your
Oh.
plans, shows, and shit like that, man.
Okay, so
Everything about your life ever.
I mean, you're our guest, of course. You gotta talk, man.
Right?
We can't always be talking.
So 2022 is looking pretty promising to me. I just released a single, "Don't Count Me Out," November 24th. I had released this song before COVID hit, and I didn't promote it the proper ways. I didn't go about it the right way, so I decided to pull it back from the stores, from everybody's ears, get a remastering. And my buddy Mike Nelson at Park Ridge Recording, where I do all my music, he's actually putting together a Dolby Outmost mix of this song as well. I plan on releasing the Dolby Outmost mix in 2 weeks' time, as well as a cover of Yellow Card, which film pilot Mr. Filmographer Alex Bullock helped me with that video. I'm gonna release the Dolby.
I was wondering when that was coming out.
Yeah, I'm gonna release that in December. I'm gonna release the Dolby Atmos mix and the music video for "Don't Count Me Out" as well. But 2022 is looking really promising. I've just been in writing mode. I've got like 8 songs that are ready to be released. I'm really excited for this song called "Trip," which I had done with some guys back in Texas for the NPR Tiny Desk contest. Didn't win the contest, but got a lot of recognition. Film Pilot helped with that video as well.
I literally shot all
It was
the
a fun
videos.
video, man.
Yeah, he
It was a
shot
fun video.
all of those videos for me, man. So yeah, Knoxville, local, around the areas,
Hit him up.
hit him up.
Hit
Film Pilot,
him
Alex Bullock.
Either of us up.
Hit him up.
Either or.
So
Hit him up.
tell everybody, like, I guess, why you got into music. Like a
Man.
summary. You don't have to like.
Okay, so yeah, some folks don't know about. I'm 32 years old. I served 6 years in the military. Got out for medical reasons, and I was coping with my experiences and trauma from service with a lot of hard substances, and was abusing myself and my body and my family and friends around me. I had to learn the hard way, but I've got a lot of kick-ass stories from it. And
Yeah, and I know this, but like I guess everybody else doesn't. That you draw a lot from the stories for your music and stuff like that.
yeah, I love music in general, sounds and all of that, but like the writing aspect, like storytelling. If I didn't write music, I'd probably write a book or poetry, or I'd still write in general. But yeah, my lyrics are everything to me. I try to write it in a way that an 8 or 10-year-old could comprehend, all the way up to the elderly. Like, I want everybody to
Be related.
Be
Like they can
related.
feel related to it.
yeah.
No, that's cool.
So yeah, I try to hit with that, man, and I'm not scared of my troubled past or the mistakes I've made. Like, if I can share my story and help someone going through a similar problem, they can avoid what I went through.
Yeah, I mean that's
And-
awesome.
Yeah, and to me, music's like, it's the oldest form of medicine.
Yep.
Like, there's a song that'll make you just smile from ear to ear, and like, if you're feeling down in the dumps, you got that song you turn to, and it just flips the switch. Like,
Yeah, I mean music is definitely super powerful. Like you said, I mean you can either make you
yeah, for
laugh,
sure.
cry.
You guys can
All
laugh
in
at me
between.
for this, but there's a quote that Henry Winkler said in the
Oh, that's
movie
very cool.
Here Comes the Boom, because I watched that recently. Great movie. I loved it. People
Bro.
hate it, but I love that movie.
I freaking love Here
But
Comes the
okay,
Boom.
so Henry
Yeah.
Winkler, Henry
It's
so
Winkler
good,
said,
right?
life without music would be pointless. And I honestly, when I heard that, I was like, even though this is a comedy, that was the deepest saying that this movie, other than the applesauce puke on the fighter, that's probably the deepest thing in the movie. ever.
Listen, that's a fantastic movie. I don't know why it gets shit on so much.
Right?
Yo, that man got so ripped. Like Kevin, like he got so. What was it? Kevin was.
James.
Yes, thank you. Like he got so ripped. Like I watched it with my girlfriend and I showed it to her and she was like, "No, he doesn't look lean." I was like, "Just wait till he takes his shirt off. It's not like flabby titties and stomach anymore. It's literally just like compact muscle now. Like that man worked. He did like the Marvel workout without getting the Marvel
Fucking
body.
A, he did, yeah. He was talking to Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
Hey man,
for real, man.
Hey, get them shoulders, bro.
But yeah, anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to like deter that, but like seriously, like no, I agree with that. With that, like life without music is just really pointless. But like you bring music to it and making people to relate to it, to be able to share and like I guess shed that weight that's on their shoulders, that chip on their shoulder, to help them understand, saying, hey, you're not alone in this, like trial and tribulation in your life, like for any age, because people don't understand. Excuse me, I don't know why I sound like a fucking Wookiee, but seriously, like people don't understand. Like everybody of every age, there's some kind of trauma that they can relate to. Be it a simple one, being as simple as like your toy got stolen,
right?
By someone you thought was your best friend, to all of a sudden like I don't know, something awful like your wife is cheating on you with somebody that they met in fucking WoW.
All right,
That's the worst way to go.
That was about to be super country music until you said wow.
Oh, I know. That's why I had to change it up a little bit because I'm not that country.
Wow.
My wife left me on wow.
I mean, I know a couple of friends, sorry guys, that it happened to. So
I've heard the stories.
it's kind of crazy.
So
But
since like writing's the most important kind of aspect of it, what's your process on like writing songs? Like, do you do anything like ritually?
Like mental space. How do you get there?
Sit in a dark room, cut yourself.
Jesus.
I've cut my like when it comes to the writing process, I choose a topic to go off of once I find a melody or a sound that I like.
Yeah.
It's to me it's a bunch of freestyling in a room by myself, and I don't have to be on any sort of substance to like expand my mind. Most of my songs are with me expanded, but that's neither here nor there. I just put myself in the moment, and like there's this one song right now that I've got permission from my buddy Josh Chaplin. He's a wonderful guitarist. He's composed a song, but he can't think of lyrics to save his life, and he's like, use it. And what I do is I'll just listen through the song and like get essentially a scene in my head.
Yeah.
And like this one that I'm working on right now, it's me talking to a psychiatrist in a room. Like it's just me laid back, typical movie scene, jotting notes, and it's just me just opening up about everything and anything.
It's pretty cool.
It's just me figuring out the scene and then putting the story.
So essentially, you make your own storyboard mentally, and then from there, you just kind of go off of that vibe, and you kind of put yourself in those shoes at that moment, and you physically make yourself believe it to the point where it's almost like method acting.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
So you're making tiny little movies.
Tiny little movies.
Tiny little minute and a half, 3 minute long movies.
Tiny movies.
And the filmographer brings them to life.
Yeah. I don't know about that. We'll see.
Oh, he does. He does a great job.
Oh, shucks. You're making him blush, guys. Stop looking at him.
Oh, don't worry. He'll just tell himself he sucks.
Ah, no, I'm awful. I'm hot.
See?
Hot, steaming garbage.
See, I get sick of his shit all the time when he does that. I'm just like, why are you gonna self-deprecate yourself?
I mean,
Your shit's good.
Because if I keep it down here,
Yeah.
I never have to like be disappointed or something like that.
God, are you trying to quote Dodgeball right now to me?
I was
like
like
Vince Vaughn. No,
wasn't.
like, but do you know what the scene I'm talking about? Where like the bank girl comes in, she's like, you know, you have a bunch of past overdue bills and stuff like this.
Oh my
and
God,
then he's
yes.
like, and then she talked about something. He's like, I find it's better to not have any expectations, because then if you have no expectations, then you're pleasantly surprised.
There you go.
So some shit like that.
Dodgeball.
That was a great movie.
Dodgeball's a smart movie.
Second movie reference so far within 20 minutes.
Yes.
Dodgeball understands.
Yes, but yeah, no, I mean that's really cool that you know. Sorry, I know we keep
I know you-
getting off topic. I'm sorry, That's my fault, but that's the ADHD. But seriously, like, I think that's really cool that you put yourself in that process. So in that process, do you think it takes time for you to go there, or can you like just do it in a flip of a switch? Because I know sometimes people, they have to like, process information, think about it, and it takes them like maybe 5-10 minutes to get there, and then all of a sudden they're good to go. Yeah. Or can you just like...
Well, like if I come up with the scene, like the scene that I just mentioned, me talking to a psychiatrist laid back, like I've been in that room doing that time and time again. So the first half of the song right now, it's come out and it's my story. Mm-hmm. But the second half of the song, after the bridge, I want to try to put myself in someone else's shoes or in a different predicament and try to write from their perspective.
Okay.
Just kind of switch it up. But yeah, when I get those thoughts in my head, it's usually just, okay, I've got that thought. Do I have any scenarios in my life that I've been in that situation and I can just let the whole world know?
Yeah. Right.
And if it's so be it, yeah, I write my story. I do have another song, Escape, and it's dedicated to a buddy of mine who is dealing with a lot of cocaine abuse. And I put his story out there for the world. And
right.
Yeah,
which is really cool.
It really depends, man.
So, like, on top of that, because I'm really intrigued by your thought process on all of this. Excuse me. So, with your thought processing and stuff like this, I know a lot of it's based off of true events. And like, and based off of other friends' events, do you think, like, I know that since you have all this real life experience, do you think you can just like make up a scenario and then like all of a sudden make it true and like feel it and like feel that empathy from people that have gone through that without knowing it?
For sure.
Okay.
I think I could totally do that.
So you would say that you're empathetic then?
Yes.
Okay.
I would. That's a good way to put it.
I have like zero empathy.
Zero?
Yeah, I'm bad.
Zilch.
No, well,
dude, honestly, like the weirdest thing though, like I go through life and like I legitimately don't really feel anything for people. Like I don't think I do, at least.
Okay, but I want to touch on that in a second when you're done.
But if I hear a song or like a song from my childhood or anything, instantly like I'm bawling. It's the weirdest thing. But
so I think like some of that can stem from what I've learned recently is like an auditory, it's not a disability, but it's kind of like a auditory processing thing.
Call me disabled.
No. Everybody's just processing things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And that for you, it's just like for you, emotion wise, it's stuff that you felt then, and you could have had something traumatic that happened to you that just sealed all your emotions up at a young age. Honestly, because I remember for me,
it's like a Ziploc bag.
It really is, man. It really is.
Just lock that shit away.
Just hanging out,
and it's just
somewhere in the freezer.
It's just there marinating.
It's getting freezer
just
burn.
Marinating, yeah.
Shit.
Freezer
but no, like, and I get that, but also at the same time too, man. Like, there's a possibility that you're also a lot more intelligent than you think you are too. So people with high levels of intelligence and IQ tend to not have a really high emotional response rate.
Rainbow check on the intelligent one.
Whatever, man. He's a lot smarter because he figures this shit out too on his own, man. So, whatever. But that's honestly what I think it is. Like your intelligence level is just a lot higher you to hard to process.
Like figuring things out.
I'm just saying.
That's all right though too.
Yeah. I'm just saying you're intelligent. That's all I'm trying to say is you're an intelligent dude.
Sure, man. Whatever. If you think I'm smart, cool.
I think you're smart.
Thanks.
All right, Travis. Give us like
a what?
Give us like a good story. Maybe not like a rated R story, because y'all would say that you'd have those too.
I guess if you want to give us a sample story of like who made you the person you are today, I guess.
PG-17 story. Or Y-17. What is it? What is it?
You said Y-17?
What is it?
So it's for kindergartens that
Isn't
can watch
there like
titties.
one that's like plus 17 or something?
NC-17.
NC-17.
A story.
Wait, is that the worst one?
Yeah. No. Well, yeah, it is, because that's the one that they show even more gore than rated R.
Oh, whoops. Not an NC-17 movie story.
Oh man, that's a good story.
Yeah, you're full of them, storyteller.
I am full of them. Okay, so November 24th, I released that single, Don't Count Me Out. Don't Count Me Out is based on the fact of me starting over musically. Like, I had a band and we had toured the East Coast. We, just 3 guys, it was a power trio from East Texas. We flipped a coin. It was going to be heads Denver or tails Nashville. This is circa 2015, 2016. We moved to Nashville. Everything's going great. We get a booking agent. We get this deal. We've got all these options to write songs for others rather than just perform for ourselves. So either way, whether we're the performers or if we're just creating music for other performers, we're there. Well, my buddy, the drummer Jason Pierce, and this is in the band 20 West, lucked out and found a girl on Tinder. Her name's Brienne. She's a great girl. They've got a beautiful family now. But they met and started dating. They eventually ended up making a baby, and he had to step away from his drumming duties and step back to do his daddy thing, which is totally understandable. And much respect, Jason Pierce. But that left us all 3 like at a standstill with music.
Because you couldn't find a drummer to replace him.
Yeah, and like being in Nashville, Music City, me and George, we could have stuck it out. We could have found a drummer.
But a quality drummer is hard to find.
Yeah, and
wait, what kind of music were you guys playing?
Okay, so 20 West, I went from a solo artist doing indie folk and reggae to a punk rock band, 20 West.
Kind of like...
Yeah, like Coldplay, Maroon 5...
So pop rock.
Yeah.
Were you singing?
Yeah,
singing
I was a singer. Yeah, I've always been a frontman or singer, vocalist in the band. Me and George, after Jason decided that he needed to step away and do daddy duties, we decided to go back to Texas for a break and get shit together. And during this time, he found his love for psychedelic rock and just like instrumentals. Not necessarily.
So he likes playing prog rock, more like progressive, and just jamming out.
Yeah, just jamming and fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The first thing I thought of when you said psychedelic rock, I thought you were talking about like he was licking rocks or like some kind of DMT rock I didn't know about.
Dude, if there's a fucking DMT rock, George Pepper knows about it.
Just out there licking rocks he finds in the desert to trip balls.
Okay, off topic. I was reading this article on
He's
Facebook.
the version of Jerry Garcia for him.
I was reading this article on Facebook the other day. Mike Tyson apparently experiments and dabbles in...
Oh, he licks the toad.
Toad.
Yeah.
It's a psychedelic experience.
I already knew that.
I didn't know there was such
his
thing.
the first time he was on Joe Rogan, he talked to him all about licking the toad.
It's intriguing.
Yeah, the little toads discreet
I just want to hear him say licking toads, but like licking the toad.
Licking the toad. With Mike Tyson's lips.
That's awful. He could beat the shit.
Oh, I know he would.
He would knock
But
out.
honest, let's be real though. At this point, I think he just kind of owns it because he knows people are gonna give him shit for it. So he's just like, whatever.
I mean, he's like 50 something. He's like, fuck it.
No, and plus, he's the baddest man on earth. He knows he could just kill anybody.
Still
Just take $1 million
Yeah.
for a punch to the face
Nope.
of Mike Tyson.
Nope, because I'd be
Make
dead.
it $5 million, and I could probably
20.
cover hospital
20.
expenses and
20.
still have that piggyback.
20.
20 mil?
20.
He's got.
And then he could
easily.
he could punch me straight in the face. Not a hook, because I don't want my head to get detached from my neck.
Right. I don't
I'd
want
rather
to
just have a
dislocate a
punch.
jaw. Like punch me and break my nose.
Yeah, and that way I can get my dream nose if it get longer instead of flattened. Because I got that flat Asian nose. I'd like that nice pointy nose.
I want to go
Just
from like
kidding.
Travis to like Owen Wilson nose, and then get my Michael Jackson nose.
Wow.
Wow.
You're like a combination of a he, and the wow together.
What is wrong with us?
Are we harmonizing wows right now?
I don't know. I hope so.
But back to topic. That was my ADHD tripping out there.
Yep.
So yeah, George fell in love with jamming and just like improv rock, and he's doing great right now. He moved from East Texas to Austin and based out of Austin, Texas right now.
It's a great spot for music,
Really is. It's like It's like Tennessee's Nashville,
but better.
but better.
Well, y'all gonna move to Austin? I kind of want to. I got family
Yeah.
down there.
I want to move back to Texas. I'm trying to talk the girl into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Is she
Austin.
from here or is she from there?
She's not. She was born in Columbia, raised in Miami, and lives in Knoxville now with me.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. And shout out to Pal. She passed her citizenship test weeks ago.
Congratulations.
She just did her ceremony this morning.
So he took time out of his day to not go celebrate to come to this podcast. Thank you.
You're a terrible person.
I'm such a horrible person.
No, I'm sure he celebrated and everything already because he said it was this morning. And usually those kind of ceremonies, they're like 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Like,
you guys had a party a couple weeks ago.
We did. I threw her a little citizenship party. Welcome to America. Officially.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Heck yeah. To her and like for you guys, really. That's awesome.
It really is, man.
Boys, I'm going to slide out and use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, man, that's cool. We'll continue to talk, man. So we'll all right. So then we'll do this. We'll talk nonsense stuff because Alex isn't here. Top 5 albums.
Ooh, top 5. Okay, so the first one is gonna have to be. They just did the documentary on Disney Plus. Get Back by Beatles.
Okay.
Man.
So Beatles,
yes.
number 1.
Yep. Beatles is
which
number
album?
1 for sure. Huh?
Is there a favorite album, or is there just we'll just do artists then, because I think that's easier than albums.
Okay.
We'll do artists. Okay.
Artists.
So Beatles.
Beatles 1.
Okay.
2 would have to be Queen for sure. Freddie Mercury's
Oh yeah.
amazing.
He's a god among men. Rest in
3,
peace.
Elton John.
Okay.
4 would have to be Chris Martin of Coldplay. He's a great songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
And 5, oh my lord, I'm gonna go back to some grunge and choose Smashing Pumpkins because Brian is just amazing.
Oh, the guitarist?
Yeah, the vocalist.
Billy?
Billy.
Billy
Yes,
Corgan.
Brian's the guitarist.
Yeah, that's why I was like, the guitarist?
Yeah, the Asian guitarist,
Yeah.
right? Dude, he's an amazing instrumentalist, but so is Billy. Billy just, lyric-wise, I look to him for guidance all the time because, like, they were great, and they still are. Their music will live forever.
I haven't listened to them lately. I know, like, after what was Swan, and then they came out with that album when they first got back together. Was it Zeitgeist?
Zeitgeist.
Like, that was the last album I listened to them, and I thought it was great, but then, like, Billy just wasn't as angry anymore, so to me, I get it, but it didn't grasp my attention. But, I need to re-listen to them because it's been forever since I listened to Smashing Pumpkins, and I think they're on an indie label now. Like, I think they're, like, on Rise Records or something like that.
I believe you're right.
Which is, huh? Yeah, they went from, like, Capitol, Warner Brothers to
I
Rise.
thought Ramen was gonna pick them up, but they never did.
Fueled by Ramen?
Man,
yeah.
Fueled by Ramen.
I can't believe they're still a fucking company, honestly. Like,
21 Pilots jumped on Ramen real quick.
Did
I think
they?
they're not with Ramen right now, though.
no, they're on Capitol
Yeah.
now, from what I understand, because Capitol's a good record label.
It really is.
But so what you missed is he talked about his 5 top artists. He mentioned Beatles, Smashing
Slide now?
Pumpkins.
All right.
Beatles, Smashing Pumpkins, Elton John, Chris from Coldplay, and then what was the last one? Shit.
Well, I don't. It was Queen, I think.
Was it Queen?
Yeah, Freddie Mercury.
Okay. I thought that was really cool, man. They were all solid choices, man.
Solid choices.
Yeah. So, but yeah, dude,
Dude, I
like,
was about to explode.
What?
I said I was about to explode.
no, you're good, man.
Drank all the water at the gym and on the way back from the gym, and I thought I was gonna die.
Speaking of which, hold on,
Yeah,
get my
dude,
water out.
Actually, I think I left my gallon outside. I need to go get it.
But dude, yeah.
So you're gonna help me with the video tomorrow? What you got going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm actually start working on my sizzle reel to work on my resume so I can apply, which actually I'm probably gonna do that later tonight. So as everybody's watching this, I will have had applied already. Because I have no idea when this is gonna come out, because it might be a week from now, it might be 2 weeks from now. I don't know. It might be tonight.
Maybe, yeah.
But I'm hoping, hopefully when people hear this or watch this, I will have made my sizzle reel and have applied and updated my
So
resume.
what you didn't tell the camera though about
Yes.
this job is, if you were to get it,
So if I were to get this job, I would probably be moving to Hillsboro, Oregon, which is crazy because that's literally the other side of the country, and that's ultimately where I've been wanting to go. I've been wanting to go out to the West Coast to like Washington State, or
dude,
Oregon.
it's just so much cooler out there. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like people always say,
The East Coast is so much better than the West Coast when we come visit, but it's because it's not
it's
happening.
new.
It's new.
new to you,
And
but
on
I
top-
still think like I don't know, man.
no, West Coast mountains, the Rockies.
I like Rocky Mountains versus our mountains.
Yeah, because there's a lot more character and texture to it compared to ours. Because like ours, winter comes around, you can't go to the mountains here.
No, I mean, it's
when
literally
winter because
dead.
everything's just closed down because there's no trees, like
Well,
no
not only
road
that-
services that are good enough to.
Not only that, but when you're actually filming it, like it looks pretty gross.
Yeah, it's gross and it just really.
Unless it's like fall
Welcome back, man.
or winter and there's snow on the trees and like snow on
It's
the
really
limbs,
boring.
stuff like that. Like that's cool. Fall's cool because you got the leaf colors.
But it's only a week now.
Yeah, I mean, and we've been
Fall's only a
talking.
week.
Yeah, it's like only a week long here in Tennessee. Because to catch you up, we were talking about how if I apply for that job, I'll be moving out to Oregon.
I love Oregon.
I want to go there, and I think it's gonna be beautiful. But like, I wish I could get this job so that I could do it. Because first of all, this would be life changing for me completely. Because first of all, the first step for me was 2 years ago when we make the jump from being a retail manager for 17, 18 years to all of a sudden being a mailman to this now, like, and then just completely changing any conceptual ideas of how I was gonna live my life.
Yeah.
To now to if I get this job moving to fucking Oregon, becoming a marketing video producer, that would blow my mind because I would be in charge of other people, which they could have way better skill sets and be really upset that I get hired.
Suck it! I'm your boss.
Shit, I would not do that because I know for a fact that they'd just be like, we gotta get this guy fired and get him out.
Dude.
Oh,
You know,
dude,
and I
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
want
yeah.
that. And plus, you know, I try to lead by example instead of being a boss.
Bro,
and
just
telling
walking there
people.
with a big dick Asian energy.
I don't have that.
You got the.
You
cheese,
want to be like,
man.
oh, hello, he goes on fried rye.
You got the.
He goes on
cheese.
single grain of rye. You want me to just be like, hello? No, I'm not gonna do that, man. But no, dude, it'd be really cool if I got that. And like I told you, if I can get in good and I start doing well and I get hired on, you know I'm gonna hit you up and be like, yo, I need a video editor.
I'll move to Oregon. I don't care.
But yeah,
Let's go, son.
Because dude,
Oregon's
it would be
beautiful.
life changing. It would be completely life changing for all of us. For me, for you, you know, even for this man over here.
Travis, we'll bring
Yeah.
Travis to Oregon.
Portland's got a great music scene. I
Yep.
lived in Portland for 6 months. I was jumping.
It's just expensive, man.
It really is. That Portland and Vancouver, Washington, because I mean it's just a bridge over
Yeah.
the river that separates the states. Man, I had so much fun living up there. I just went broke. It's the cost of
Dude.
living on the West Coast is fierce.
But I will say this: you will not. I honestly think this: you will not have as many health problems when you move to like Washington State or Oregon because the quality of air and living is so much cleaner than it is anywhere else, like in Knoxville, Nashville, New York, or anywhere, or Texas. You know, well, Texas may be the other opposite. That it's the polar opposite of what
Yeah.
Oregon is to me.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you know, instead of being extremely cold all the time, it's always hot and just dry. But at least it's dry. It's not humid like this bullshit is in
Man.
Tennessee.
Yeah, dude.
You know? But yeah, that'd be really cool if I get it. Like, I would love to, but that's what I'll be doing for the next probably few days is just updating my portfolio and
Maybe
making
the
a
old
new
sizzle reel.
Yeah, because
What's what do you think is like your best thing that you're gonna put in the sizzle reel? Like
all the
to
music
you.
videos that I've done that like recently from earlier this year, because it's all going to be 2021 stuff, nothing from 2019 to 2020. It's going to be 2021 stuff only. Maybe a few of like 2019 going to 2020 so people can see the difference in the work
Yeah.
for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. But then from there, it'd be like, explosion. Here goes all the other shit now compared to what it was.
Yeah, like
You know?
improvements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, because I think some of the stuff I've shot, not to sound like pretentious, but like I think some of the shots that I've taken are killer. And they're just like, damn, how did I get that shot? I got really lucky. You know, that's how I think about it. And those are the scenes that I'm gonna use to fluff to make it look
of
good.
course.
Man, yeah.
So-
I was just wondering what you thought personally was like your best one.
Dude, it's tough. It's so hard because like I don't know about you, but every time I do a new video, except for this last one I just showed you, which we won't talk about. If I'm passionate about every project that I work on, I feel like each video is better than the last one, no matter what. You know, and that's to me that's the toughest thing to decide on, because like no matter what you've done, I'm sure Travis can like account to this with his songs. Every song or video you produce next, you feel like, damn, this is a lot better than my last one
The
because
latest
you've
and
learned.
greatest.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
learn and shit changes and like you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Because from the shit that I have uploaded on SoundCloud from when I was doing before
shit,
like
years
ago, like 2013, 2014, like night and day, like.
You were writing like power chords with 2 notes.
Yes, like fucking 2-3 notes tops in a song, and just trying to put words to it, like night and day for sure.
And it goes with your craft, especially like this. I can speak for this personally.
I think that's with anything. Like the more you dive in or indulge on a certain thing, the more you do it, the better you get to it. You about
to take the words right out of my mouth, because I was gonna say, when you're passionate about something that you love, you're gonna just grow like a fucking wildfire and just like burn everything that you want. All that knowledge that you want to gain, you're gonna burn it all because you just want to retain it all. You know, and I agree. So like, I can't wait to see where I am next year. And I know, I don't think I will get hired just because of my inexperience alone. But at least I'm putting my name out there.
Yeah,
and I can say, hey, at least I know people in the industry have seen my work, and when they see my name again, they can see the growth too. Because I told you about this at the last podcast. I got approached by a corporation called RSC, who does like a lot of like animal product stuff, like pet safe and stuff like that, like invisible fence for dogs. And they're like, hey, we're looking for a product photographer and all this. But I was telling Alex, I don't know if I feel comfortable with it because I don't do a lot of product photography stuff. You know, photo manipulation I could do, but I'm not like the best. And they were recruiting me. They were like, hey, we want you to apply. You know?
Yeah,
but I didn't.
Like a dumbass.
I turned it down, and there's a lot of other reasons why too. We talked about that too. But at the same time, I just felt like knowing your limitations is also a good thing too, and telling people like, hey, I don't think I hit that expectation that you think I'm at yet, because I think it looks more honorable than applying for a job, getting hired, and then they find out you're shit.
It's definitely more honorable, but dude, like,
it bites you.
So many people just get jobs by charisma, like on charisma alone.
Yeah, but then at the same time, when people see that work, they're usually gone too within the year.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't
but that's
lace up their bootstraps and actually try to start doing the work, then I mean, the charisma's only going to get them the job. It won't let them keep the job.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying too. Like, even if I do get this job and it's like only a year, I'm more than happy to at least have that opportunity to be able to be working for a high production company, not like a local production company, like I've told you that I've worked for in the past, and you're just like, wow, you guys still do things very amateurish, even though I'm doing this as a freelance on my own, and can run circles around you guys as a one-man show or a two-man show, opposed to like a whole production team of 15 people.
Yeah,
you know. And Alex can attest to that. I can attest to Alex's work ethic, and honestly, I can tell from you have that high work ethic just because of the amount of project you guys do together and all the work that I've seen.
Yeah, Travis is literally in the recording studio like every week.
Yeah, and then just
or every other week at least.
And religiously,
and
at least once a week.
And by the way, this is also the main star in Alex's short film for the 48 Film Festival that he did.
Yeah, we did
back in the summer. He's the protagonist that was in it. So I wanted to let people know why Travis is also here.
Well, Travis is here because we actually worked together until we got laid off together.
Is it with the tree, the garden thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so
me and Travis were working together at a company that was basically like landscaping. I mean, boiled down to it, it was just landscaping.
Yeah, it's a new way of landscape. It's same edible landscaping.
Yeah,
medicinal landscaping.
It was like being like a self-sufficient garden.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not down talking. I was just saying they hadn't hit their goals of what they want to do yet. It was
correct.
Well, at the moment, it was basically just.
Well, I'm sure also too some projects like overlap too, and they took a lot longer than what they projected.
Oh gosh,
you know.
So.
And then money too could be
that's
a
how
factor.
Me and Travis came to be.
No, that's cool. I think that's
got
really
laid
cool.
off. Travis did the music thing, and
you started pursuing.
I don't know if we would. I mean, I'm sure if we would have not got laid off and kept working, we would have done some projects. But like, once we got laid off, like all that free time, oh, we're diving
We-
in on our individual
Right.
arts. I'm gonna do this much fucking
Which is
film
great.
and photos.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna do
we-
this much music and this.
We definitely capitalized on being laid off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you took your opportunity and actually like decided to like put some seed into it and like actually grow and nurture it a little bit more.
Sure. Because I remember when we saw the post for that 48-hour film festival, I'm like, Alex, share it. And then he's like, dude, we're doing it.
So question, like now in your I
Next
think
week we're in a car going to Asheville
Yeah.
to draw out.
which is awesome.
Yeah, that literally
That's
happened in like
fantastic.
2 weeks.
I thought it was really good. You know, I saw like snippets of it before while he was editing it, like after like you guys showed it and he showed me some of it,
Yeah.
like when he wanted to like I guess make his director's cut version of it. Like I saw a lot of it. I thought it was really good. He was really upset with some of the scenes. I was like, dude, you can easily recreate some of these and redo them if you really
Man.
wanted to.
There's
It was-
one scene.
Oh, he
that-
told me about that. The camp scene.
It was such a wild time.
Yeah.
Like,
We
it
learned a
was-
lot.
dude.
We learned so much.
We've talked about it in depth.
we're gonna be prepared next time.
Yeah. So like
Yeah,
I think
I'd
that's
definitely like to do it again. I
yeah,
think so.
dude. Like make another one. Make your own film. Like honestly,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna start making probably short films just for the hell of them because I want to get better at directing.
I want to get better at acting, so if y'all need an actor, I'm there.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
I have
No
to show
matter
you-
the size of the role.
I have to. I have the glasses for your character in the car.
Oh, yeah.
For
Yo.
for the zombie movie. I've got to show them to you. before you
Yo,
leave.
you know who he is? He's your fucking Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Shit.
He's your Johnny Depp.
Let's
and
do
you're,
Sweeney Todd,
and,
a
you're
musical.
and you're his fucking Tim Burton.
And the scissors hands.
Dude, I would honestly love to do a musical.
Dude, musical would be dope. And
should-
I'm a singer, so.
I was gonna say he could do like Edward Scissorhands, but like play a song just like every time he plays it, like it cuts a string. He's like, oh, and he gets really sad.
That's the worst fucking movie.
I start off with the
ever.
guitar and I end just like a cappella. Like,
And you're just air guitaring because you can't play, or it's a cardboard cutout.
That is a terrible, terrible movie idea.
No, I said for a music video.
Okay.
for a music video.
Yeah.
It'd be really funny for a
That would
music
be
video.
funny as hell.
Like he's just doing normal day-to-day stuff, and he's like shopping, but everything's getting holes and it's breaking, and he gets really sad.
That's fair. That's actually pretty funny.
And it's just like ah.
Sad Edward Scissorhands.
And like you just see him just like going like this, like his hands are shaking, just like his camera angles from like below looking up, so you see all the blades, and you see him just going. It'd be really.
The
I don't know.
biggest boohoo face.
I think it'd be a really cool like
I
parody
mean, it'd
video.
definitely be pretty funny.
Yes, for sure.
Really good, funny parody video if done right. Which, speaking of music videos, I know you guys talked about it a little bit earlier. You guys are basically going to be filming again soon.
Shooting tomorrow.
Shooting tomorrow for so tomorrow you're shooting. If you want to explain to everybody at home who's listening or watching what you guys are doing tomorrow.
Sure. I'm bringing my camera somewhere, and we're gonna do something, but we don't know what yet. I mean, I've got a couple of different ideas.
Explain the song. Like I guess don't explain your ideas.
I've been listening to the wrong song, so I can't even explain it.
All right. So how about this, Travis?
It's
Tell
a-
us what the song is and what it's about.
I can tell you it's gonna be some sort of lyric music video.
Exactly. It's gonna be some sort of lyric musical video. But the song is Wrong or Right, and I wrote this during the pandemic. It's one of the newer ones that I have finished. The title speaks for itself, pretty much. Wrong or Right, and with all that, all the BS that has been going on, from the riots and police brutality, just this cancel culture that's going on, like all
Everything
that
that happened in 2020, basically.
2020 in a nutshell is Wrong or Right. And that's the whole gist about the song and the chorus of the song. You're either wrong or right, depending on who you're talking to and how their views are based on, or their individuality, because everyone's different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if people will grasp individuality, there wouldn't be this bickering back and forth. But
If people can understand that, it's just an opinion, not a fact. That's all it is. Individual opinions versus.
We're about to be in the metaverse, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, because you can make up your own facts then at that point.
fucking Ready Player One, dial on in.
Yeah, nobody's gonna look like.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna be the boomer, even though I'm the Asian here. I think I'm gonna be the boomer about the metaverse shit because I just feel like that's just too much to keep up with. Because I'm struggling already with my personal
This
life
dude
shit.
almost made me throw up on a VR headset. and I don't even think I'm ready for meta. Like VR is still.
I made him do a roller
grasp.
coaster.
Oh no.
He rode a roller coaster and he lasted like 2 minutes.
You know what you should do if you can get the screen share and put the goggles to a TV? Get a rolling chair, be right behind him, and just the whole time just push him, and then like tilt him back while he's going up, and then while he's going down, like do shit like that, and just run around the office and make that a YouTube video.
So when they first released like the PlayStation VR, there was like a VR bus that came to IMS, and me and John Davis were there. I was actually dressed as Spider-Man because they were showing like Spider-Man the movie.
So this was years ago.
Yeah, it's been yeah. Well, they do like movies in the park.
Okay.
On Fridays, but now it's too cold right now, so they don't do that.
Yeah. So they had a gaming bus, and John tried the Spider-Man one, and you literally start out like on the edge of a cliff, and I definitely like pushed him.
Did he fall?
Dude, he freaked the fuck out.
Oh god.
I wish you got video of
He's
that.
scared of heights anyway, so. Yeah,
So he's like me, but I actually like
It was pretty
will
great.
do it, even though I'm a pussy.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Good. I wish you would fucking.
Yeah, I wish I had the video, but yeah, they had.
Dude, you could be famous on TikTok right now.
Dude,
Damn.
for real. I'm trying to get TikTok famous real
Are
quick.
you?
Got
Which
my
do you have
island
an app so people can follow you?
Yes. I'm on all platforms: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, etc. My TikTok is Weeping Cosmo Official. Everything else is Weeping Cosmonaut. A space between Weeping and Cosmonaut.
Is there like an underline thing?
No,
Nope.
just straight up Weeping Cosmonaut. Doesn't matter about capitalized letters. We've had a lot of hiccups with this name because at one time I wasn't gonna have a gap between the Weeping and Cosmonaut, and I changed it recently. So everything's transferred over, but everything's straightened out.
But
Again.
TikTok is Weeping, the Weeping?
No, Weeping Cosmo Official.
Okay.
Weeping Cosmo.
So 2 O's after Cosmo and Official, or 1 O?
Just one.
Just one. Okay, so Cosm Official?
Cosmo.
No.
Cosmo Official.
Cosmo Official. Cosmo Official.
Cosmo Official.
Cosmo Official. That's what's up. All right, so guys, follow him on all the socials if you can, who are listening and watching. He would appreciate it. Take a listen to his music on Spotify because it's actually pretty good. It's
I
really
think we can
nostalgic.
probably link it on Spotify too, right?
Yeah, we should be able to.
Yeah, so we
I'll
can link
try. I don't know how to do that yet, but I'll try.
Yeah, we figured it out.
But still, like, listen to him, check him out. It's very nostalgic, especially for people who love, like the artists that he's inspired by, he talked about earlier. But also, like, kind of like the old folk, kind of like emo style, like more emotional but more folky indie than it is emo.
Correct.
So
that
check
was
him out.
so much. That was such a description.
I know.
That was- that was-
but
that was pretty nailed
that's
on.
the thing though. Musicians and other people who are like music snobs, not to hate on everybody that does that, but they'll understand that description to a T for some reason.
They will.
And I
was
don't
about to
know
say,
why.
That was pretty damn good description.
So it's weird how they do that, but I know your influences are more pop, which is cool. Are you doing any shows? I know with everything with COVID going on, are you playing like any like shows, like coffee houses or anything like that?
Well,
coming
I've
up?
got a gig January 5th. It's going to be after the New Year's at Bear Cafe. It's this food truck yard off of Middlebrook Pike. I've
It's
got
been cold as nuts
it's
out
gonna
there,
be
bro.
cold ball sacks right there.
Hopefully those heaters, the outdoor heaters for you.
They do have the outdoor heat.
Okay.
I haven't been there, but I've got a couple of friends that have played there.
Other than that, with the holidays and everything, I haven't got any like real shows booked up. But this Thursday, I'm gonna be at Open Chord off of Kingston
Yep.
Pike
But,
for
like, tomorrow?
Yeah,
Tomorrow Thursday?
Tomorrow Thursday, actually.
Why don't
I'll
you
be
get
at
some
Open Chord tomorrow night.
get some live footage from that and then put it into the lyric video too?
Shit, we could maybe do that.
Unless he's got something going on at
It
night.
starts at 6.
You could work out beforehand and go straight across the street.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
just saying.
Open
Yeah.
Chord, and then
I'll give you a. No, you're fine.
You're good, man. We're about to wrap up anyways.
So yeah, Open Chord tomorrow night, and then December
Awesome.
6th, I think it's next Monday, I'm gonna be in Pigeon Forge at this new music venue called the Listening Room.
Oh, cool.
It's an open mic, but it's also apparently an audition for like a house, like they're trying to find house acts that could be there weekly. So if I do a good job at this open mic, I'll have
Like a weekly gig
a
thing.
weekly
Dude, that'd be
gig
pretty
every
sweet.
day there, and
Would
then I
you-
can do like, because like Alex was putting forth a minute ago, like all my music, like there's obviously the song or the musical thing, but like I've got an image in my head playing through as I'm singing this song.
Yeah.
So like with a weekly spot at this place, like I can set up like a scene on stage or have a projector with visuals or some sort of. Like
You can actually have a set basically for you, so it's not just you on a stool singing by yourself.
Yeah, and if it's every week, like I can change it up and have a
Please.
different episode.
Essentially, if you start doing this weekly, can you please cover at least one song? Because I know people will go nuts.
Dude, what is it?
What's Up, Pussycat?
Let's fucking do it.
Because I know, because you know people would love that because
They would.
for some reason, all the people from Friends
That's
love it.
literally the most random thing you've
That's random
ever
as
said.
I know,
Fuck,
but the thing
it's
is
a great
though,
idea. Because people would
it's
eat
the
it.
fucking Journey song all over again. he knows exactly what I mean because like everybody loves the song and knows it for some reason. I know it. What's up, Pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, why?
It's like
This
that
podcast has
song
gone
you
off the-
sent me through Messenger the other day. Cover this song. What was it?
Yeah, but it was like a Chris Stapleton song.
It
Dude.
wasn't Chris Stapleton.
So it wasn't What's Up Pussycat.
You'll have to. I have to
Weeping
hook you up with my
Cosmonaut
friend.
goes off the rails.
Mr. Weeping Cosmonaut, I should hook him up with my friend that I do a lot of the acoustic guitar stuff with. Started trading off shows with him.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be dope.
His name is Tim Nave. He's based out of Elizabeth in Tennessee. I go there all the time to do his like acoustic cover videos and shit like that.
Okay.
And he's really talented, and I think YouTube would mesh really well. The more I think about it. I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner, but yeah, you guys should link up, and I think you guys would do really well together.
Man, yeah, let's exchange some.
I'll hook
information.
you up with him. I'll be like, hey man,
And because I've asked Alex about some animation, but he's dabbled in it. But you're like more in depth with it. Essentially, no, it's all out. Okay.
Alex.
When he was saying and like you talking about
anime music videos.
No, he meant like taking cartoons and making music videos out of them.
yeah. I mean, I have animated stuff before, but it's a bitch.
I'll have
I
to show
am
you
not.
the video I'm talking about. It's a Fall Out Boy music video, but it's all anime. I can't remember the name of the song.
I mean, I may have seen it at one point. You know, it's like the Linkin Park "Breaking the Habit" music
Yes.
video with the animatrix style anime, like because like literally, I think that came out after like what Reloaded or Resurrect
Yeah.
or whatever. Resurrections is this year. Sorry, but no, yeah, sorry. I digress. But yeah, cool. That's cool that you have a lot of shows coming up. And I think that's really cool that you have the opportunity to start playing more shows. I mean, of course, you want to play more shows. Like,
Exactly.
do you have any plans to like hit the road, like go to different states and like start playing shows?
Yeah, I've got. I mean, since I'm from Texas and I played there so much with the band 20 West and just my solo stuff before them. I could go back there and get a show any day that I really want.
Cool.
But I mean, I could have stuck to Texas. I mean, it's the second biggest state in the country, and had that be like home base and venture out from Texas nationwide. But like, I played to Texas and did state tours for 3 or 4 years, and I'm like, people on the West Coast haven't heard me. I'm Texas famous, but I want a bigger crowd. I want a bigger audience. I want my music to be heard by more. So
What do you think is the most important thing in building a bigger audience than for you?
for me,
Hmm?
I want to say my biggest thing right now is the demographic, but I think that's wrong too, because like I mentioned earlier, like when I write my songs, like
You try to think of a whole group of people.
a whole group of people, yeah, and like write it, not try to complicate and get crazy with metaphors, make it a lot straightforward. Like I said, so that a young teen and anybody could relate or understand the song. But I think demographic wise is my big thing. Like, what group of people are gonna be my fans or followers? Because I mean, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, you've got your metalheads that love metal, and you've got your pop, your radio crazy folks, and your country fans. Like, what crowd is gonna indulge with me more?
So are you trying to say that you're trying to find like a good mix for everybody to feel welcomed to your music?
Yes, I don't want to cap it just to a certain group of people or individuals. I want it to be broad for.
You want it to be
everybody.
that band that like metalheads listen to, like on the side, like for instance, like hey, metalheads love like Sepultura, but then they also love like I don't know, like Ariana Grande or some shit, like extremes, but they still appreciate that style of music, they still love it.
Yes.
Like for me, like I love metal music and like hardcore, deathcore, metalcore, all the cores, right? But then again, I'll listen to like bands like Color Revolt, the Decemberists, you know, all that, and then I'll listen to like indie, like techno, like lo-fi to like fucking like straight up like do. You're like, what? Like this man has listened to my mix before, and I'm just like, cool. I'm just gonna put it on like the vibes playlist, which is just lo-fi hip hop, like lo-fi music, and it's just always just chill. So that I don't alienate anybody. So I get that, but like, do you? So I think you're gonna always come into that like that difficulty of reaching everybody, just because. Unfortunately, there are always going to be people who will not like your music, you know?
Yeah, and
even if it is
that.
really good, you know? So how do you like? I guess my question to you is, how do you handle criticism like under like a microscope when people are listening to it and they're like, like how do you take that?
It's not my shit. I really can't hate them because I'm the same fucking way. Like, I love all music. I will listen to a little bit of everything, but if I don't like it, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And if I'm not the only one that thinks that way, so I can't hate or hold grudge against individuals that think that way or are that way. I'm just gonna have to suck it up, I guess.
So do you think those people like that would discredit you or don't like your music? Do you think you listen to them more as like criticism, like as for like a creative like pathway for you? Because I know you said you're trying to include everybody a little bit more. Or do you just kind of like just listen to it, or you just do what you feel like is best for you, creative, expressive wise? If that makes sense.
It does make sense. I've written like, okay, so with the "Don't Count Me Out" song that I released November 24th, I was trying to get to that earlier with the story between Jason and George, I think, but I think we all got off a little time.
With the whole drummer and then the bassist.
And then like George was in Austin doing his psychedelic rock, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna stick with this," and I'm like, "Well, fuck it, I've still got a goal to accomplish," and I fucking left Texas, went right back to Nashville, and was doing solo stuff downtown on 2nd Ave and Broadway. But like the song "Don't Count Me Out," like I wrote that not as like a suck it haters or anything, but like a lot of people, once the band split up, and like some people, they've heard my music and they're like, it's great, it's not going to be on my playlist. Like, okay, well, like, don't count me out just because you don't like it. Like, don't like
a year from now your style could be
underhand me,
completely different.
Exactly. So like with that song, like I did like write it for a purpose, or try to give those individuals a message, I guess, unquote unquote. But I mean, I'm gonna write music for my pleasure before anyone else's.
And do you think that's more important than anything else?
If I want to make money, no.
Sell your soul, boy.
Okay, no, I just wanted to like ask you, because like I know, like, you know, people that are creatives, they always have to usually, and I think this is a really good segue to this, is like people usually have to sacrifice their craft a certain way in order to
Everybody's gonna sell out.
In a way, but like,
Yes,
do you feel like you'll ever get to that point where you feel like you will, and do you think you'll regret it, or do you think it's something that's kind of like a necessary evil?
Man, that's a great question. I want to stay as pure as I can to the art.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, my goal is to be heard and be seen and be not just heard, but like someone to actually listen.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to be listened to, not just heard. Like I wanna grab people's fucking minds and be
Ear
like,
holes.
Ear holes. Like, oh.
You just want their attention to be like, hey, listen to my message so that you know you're not wrong.
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
I don't think I would ever essentially sell out to myself.
It's a great album title.
Tell out to myself.
No, listen to my message so you know you're not alone.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's deep.
Or just say messages, so you know you're not alone.
It's a great album.
That is.
Name.
Copyright, trademark, TM.
Don't you use that.
It's ours. I'll just put a giant boop.
Man.
But no, awesome, man. Thank you for coming on, Travis, to talk to us a little bit about yourself, telling us, your influence, your artist, your process and all of that, and like listening to us jargon on about random bull crap about like video stuff too,
Yeah,
like every
legit.
now and then. But like, no, I definitely appreciate you coming on. I know Alex does too.
I know.
Not
Not at all.
I know he does appreciate you coming on and
Yeah,
like,
I
joining us
appreciate
for
y'all
this.
too, man, giving me this opportunity, man.
Of course, man.
Especially on y'all's platform.
I mean, our
appreciate
platform's
y'all.
not big, but like, we want it to grow.
We just found out the other day that a lot of girls listen to
Yeah,
like
which
our
is
biggest
amazing.
audience is females, which is random.
57%. We were just like, we thought it'd be more dudes, but we're cool with that too. Like,
Asian smile.
It's just both our moms.
dude, when I smile, you can't even see my eyes. It just looks like I'm closed, like they're closed. So like every time I smile, it's like.
That's not okay.
Anyways, guys, thank you for listening to episode 2. Thank you, Travis, once again for joining us.
Thank you. We'll try to get back not
A month later.
7 months later.
I don't know who our next guest will be. It might be someone we both know.
It might just be us, and then
It might just be us. Who knows? It
I might just be the guest.
I'll just interview him and
Dress
drill
up,
him, but
yeah.
he doesn't like answering those questions sometimes. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later.